everybody. Welcome into Farm Cooking with Nan. Today I'm going to be doing, you can use these for appetizers or whatever you want to use them for. Sometimes Pop just likes one. So I'm going to use 16 ounces of fresh, well, really 16, I don't know if it's fresh or not, but I bought it at the supermarket. I hope it is, but of Italian sausage. And I use mild because, you know, I don't really like the heat, but Papa does. Papa likes the heat, but I'm going to give him something to give him a little heat in the mix of this, and that right there will be all right, and I won't have to put up with a lot of heat. I'm going to do 4 ounces of softened cream cheese. I'm going to do about a teaspoon of garlic powder. And I'm going to put just about a teaspoon of Italian seasoning. I'm going to use about a tablespoon of minced garlic. Now you can adjust this to your liking, okay? If you say, well, I don't like that or whatever, then don't use it. Don't, for all means, don't use it. Then I chopped up, with my chopper here, I chopped a half of an onion. That's usually about a half a cup. And we're just going to start mashing a little bit. Oh, wait just a minute, and I will use my, there it is, my red chopper, just to chop these in and get them all mixed up real good. Let's see, I put my Italian seasoning, I put my garlic, minced garlic, I put my 4 ounces of cream cheese. Ruby, the mailman's already come. Look how that gets in there. That's why I like to use this little thing, but I just wanted to make sure I got everything. Y'all might have an easier way of doing this, but now, let's set that right there. I love this little thing. It's my oven just preheated to 350. Ruby, that's enough. Come on now. If you don't say something to her, then she gets louder and louder. She can hear something all the way to the end of the road. She can. When I don't even hear, I think, what is she going on about? And then in about a minute, I'll see my grandson go up my road, and I'll think, that's what it was. Going after, doing Jackson. Okay, we've got our garlic powder, our little bit of Italian seasoning. We've got our minced garlic. We've got some peppers. Now, let me tell you, they didn't have the peppers at the supermarket. Woo, my head started going around. They didn't have the peppers that I needed at the supermarket. So I bought a full-size red sweet pepper. Let me get that onion in there. And I've washed these and took all the seeds out. That'll be good enough to put a little bit in there. So we can use that. I had some little teeny tiny ones in the refrigerator. And I took the seeds out of them. There's a little seed. And I'm going to fill them up a little bit. This would be great for a little appetizer. These are just sweet peppers, you know, just little sweet peppers. I don't know if I throwed away my paper they came in. Yep, it looks like I did. And for Papa, I did 2 jalapenos. I removed the seeds and quite a bit of the little white membrane that's in there. So I've got all these. We'll see how far it goes. Now I'm going to use my hands, so don't panic with me. I'm going to use my hands. You know, God gave me 2 of them, and I'm telling you, if they aren't the greatest thing to work with, they are. So I'm going to stuff these, and I'll go back if I have some left over and put some extra. I think this is what I will like, just the sweet pepper. I wished I could have got those. They're about 2 or 3 inches wide, and they didn't have any. So, you know, I had to do without today. We're going to pop this in the oven on about 350 degrees, and we might bake them about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. But I think this is a great idea when you can't find the other ones, you know, the small ones. This right here works fine. Look how that, I mean, that's fine. It is just, it's fine. I'm going to tell y'all, today I've been so busy. I've been trying to, my dogs are getting ready to have their grooming tomorrow. So the day before or the day of, I always try to get in here and wash up all their bedding and their blankets and anything that they lay on or sit on. Look at that. I'm going to fill these up first, these little jalapenos. And I've been at that all day long trying to get that done. Plus, I was so thrilled that the hostages are being turned loose. My heart is just overflowing. It is overflowing, and I want to say that I give God all the credit. And I'm going to tell you something. The Bible speaks to us of what happens. It tells us what's going to happen. You know, if we would just get in there and go to reading, we would know what is going to happen in the world. God, He tells us ahead of time. So, just wanted to say that my heart is full today. I know those families that have been waiting so long, more than 2 years, right at 2 years to see their loved ones. You know, their hearts are so full today. And this is not, so please, I'm going to say ahead of time, don't start political stuff on my page. Don't do it. If you do, you'll be blocked. God knows that this is what needed to happen. God already had it planned out. So if you want to fuss and fight, you won't even hear the gun shoot. I'm going to absolutely block you. We're just not going to argue like that. Anybody that couldn't be happy that the hostages are turned loose, something's wrong in your heart. I hope you do a checkup. I hope you check yourself up and say, Lord, why am I feeling like this? Well, just wanted y'all to know I'm watching that today. It's in the background. You probably can't hear it, but it's in the background here while I'm working, and I'm just so thankful. My heart's just full for them. It's just full. I love the Lord with all my heart, young'uns, and if y'all don't know that by now, and I'm looking for Him. He's coming. He's coming back to get us. We better be getting ready. Better be getting ready. Now, wouldn't this make a nice appetizer, even though it's a long one? I had done a whole bunch of these, but, I mean, look, wouldn't that be nice? I'm doing the biggest ones. So, I'm tired. I know y'all are tired of watching me, but I'm going to fill these up, and we'll be back, okay? I've got them all filled up, and look, there were 16 ounces of that sausage, so it made quite a bit. Now, I've got some of my homemade taco seasoning I'm going to take these jalapenos, these 4 little jalapenos, and I'm going to sprinkle just a touch. You know, I don't think it'll bother it too bad. Just a touch of taco seasoning on them. Don't know why, but I just think that might be pretty good. And I'm going to sort of move that around and pat it in to the meat. I thought Pop might like that with a little bit of taco seasoning on it, even though it's got Italian seasoning in it. Who knows? It might be delicious, but we're going to try, aren't we? Okay, now I've got my oven preheated to 350. And I'm going to pop these in, and we'll see in about 20 minutes. We might have to take out the smaller ones, because they're going to cook faster, and leave the bigger ones in. We'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, I've left them in there 20 minutes. I'm going to remove my peppers, and see, I didn't know how much, how much would run out of these, how much grease. Boy, there is a little grease in that, isn't there? There's one thing I forgot to do, young'uns, and this is the sad thing. You know, I tell y'all everything. I don't hide nothing from you, but I'm going to tell you. I forgot to put my cheese in. I got to talking and forgot to put my cheese in. You can use whatever kind of cheese that you want to. I don't want to touch this and get burned, but I took some mozzarella. Let me scoot this over so you can see. I took some mozzarella and a little bit of the four state cheese, cheddar cheese. 4 state cheddars, it's just 4 kinds put together. And I'm going to try, see, do as I tell you to do. Don't do what I did. Mix your cheese in with your, absolutely in with your meat mixture. Sometimes I don't know about me. Put lots of good cheese over these. But like I said, please put your cheese in while you're mixing your meat up. And if I don't have enough, I've got some more right here. I want to make sure that I get some good cheese on there. I don't want them not to have any cheese. And I'm going to pop them back in the oven. So you do yours about 25 minutes at the most. That's why I put parchment paper under there, is because I knew I was going to get a mess, because you don't know how much is coming out of grease is going to come out of your sausage. I just want to make sure a lot of cheese is on there. You can put as little or as much as you want. Now, I'm going to ease this back into the oven and let it melt. Okay, look at these. Look at these. I got one off and it was pretty hot. Look at those. Don't those look pretty? Oh my. Ouch! Oh, that's pretty hot. I got one off, and I'm going to get one of the little ones off. I might just have to get a picture. Got just a little picture. Oh, mercy. And you know, can you imagine those as appetizers? See, this is a meal for me. This is just a meal for me. I'm going to have a little bite. I end up leaving them in about between 25 and 30 minutes. Let me turn off my oven. Okay. Well, I'm going to try me a bite. Lord, thank you for this food. Thank you for this day, and thank you for your blessings. Thank you how good you are to us, Father. And thank you for bringing home the ones that have been kept in captivity, Father. Thank you in Jesus' sweet holy name. Amen. Delicious. I'm going to have to stand sideways because my camera's crooked. Let me straighten it up a little bit. It's delicious, young'uns. It really is. Be a great little appetizer for Thanksgiving, for when you have ball games, you watch ball games and stuff like that. Definitely. I don't want to lose any of that cheese, you know. I'll make sure I get any extra. Look at there, I missed a little bit off of the ones that I ate. Well, listen, young'uns, I just wanted to do these real quick because we're having ball games now. A lot of people watch ball games. These would be great as an appetizer. This would be great. Like I said, for me, one of those little skinny ones would be a meal for me. But they are so good, so good. Now, I'm going to leave those jalapenos to Papa. Not for me. I don't mind to put a little bit in something, but I'm not one to eat those without, without being chopped up and just dispersed in a food. You know, I can eat them that way. Well, listen, I thank you for watching. I thank you for coming in this morning and being with me. Just want you to know, y'all to know that I love you, that I appreciate you so very much. And I hope that you have a blessed day. And I hope you're like me. You're looking for the Lord. I will see you next time. Don't ever forget how much that He loves you, young'uns. Thank you for sharing my videos. Thank you for telling other people about Farm Cooking with Nan. I say all the time, it just shocks me that people would even watch me. You know? Just shocks me that, because I mean, I ain't nothing but an old farm country girl, you know? And I appreciate you all. I don't put on, my daddy used to say, I don't put on the dog for nobody. I laughed the other day and said, I don't know what putting on the dog was, but that meant acting like you're better than what you are. So, but that was always my daddy's saying. Well, young'uns, I'm going to go. I'm just rattling. Just want you to know I love you so very much. And never, ever forget how much the good Lord loves you, okay? We'll see you next time, if it's the Lord's will that we're together, okay? If not, I'll see you up there. Bye-bye.